Yo, welcome back to What Do You Know About a Mortgage? The podcast where we like to sit down and bring in guests from all different types of backgrounds and genres and professions to highlight their career, to give you guys more information on a podcast that just isn't a regular mundane mortgage realtor thing every day that you come on. Every day you come on, I want you to be entertained and get some wisdom, some knowledge, have some laughs with us, get to know the person. By the time you leave here, I want you more educated and I want you ready to work or know more about that person's career path and sponsor and help support that person. Today we have a wonderful guest. This guy literally I am excited to have because he's one of the top in the city. Top 30 for 30, top 40 under 40. He's one of the top, I'd say 1%, if not in the top 5 for sure, but definitely maybe top 1% realtors in the city of Las Vegas. He is managing partner at Willow Manor. We have the one, the only, Zach Wakerlieb in the building.
I'm very happy to be here, man.
How you doing, man?
Looking forward to it.
Good to see you.
Great seeing you.
So listen, we were referred to each other by Blake again, who came on the show. He was the second actual person on the show, if you guys remember. And if you don't, go back and watch it because he's dope as well. One of my good friends there. And told me a lot about you. I did some research on you, and I was impressed, man. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
You are coming on a show that has a high standard already of good guests, and you're adding right into that. So I'm happy to have you.
I better step it up.
No, man, just be yourself, man. We're going to alley-oop to you. So
cool.
The first thing I'd like the guests to know is, tell us about yourself. I know you're born and raised in Las Vegas. Yeah. Tell us what makes you, you, and how it was growing up in Las Vegas.
Growing up in Las Vegas is unique. Yeah, are you from here or no?
I am not. I'm actually from Steubenville, Ohio.
Yeah. Okay. Growing up in Vegas is unique. You know, I had a good friend, best friend throughout my life, and his mother was the head of entertainment at the Tropicana, so the Foliage Bergère. Wow. And I remember one time he was like, "Oh, come on back. You know, I'm going to show you behind the scenes." I end up going into the dressing room where all the Foliage Bergère's girls are getting ready, and I was 7 years old. And he played it off like it was nothing.
Lucky you.
So you do become desensitized to a few things growing up in Las Vegas, a little bit different than other places, but
definitely
it's incredible. We've seen this city change dramatically. You know, from 2000 to 2010, that was one thing, and then we saw the complete collapse. You know, all of us that were here during that time frame, you know, you saw the sticks up around the 215 in Charleston, where downtown Summerlin is now.
Wow.
And now it's thriving. So for years, we just saw these vacant lots, and we were concerned, are we going to come back?
Right.
You know, Vegas is an incredible city that's always changing. It's dynamic. It reinvents itself.
It's a resilient city, it feels like.
Big time.
You know, I've been here 10 years, actually 12 years now, and I've seen a little growth, not as much as you have. Yeah. But the one thing I will say is you're right, they bounced back. Even the 2008 collapse from the mortgage, I remember back then condos, like if you were trying to get a condo, you could forget trying to finance it.
Cash or nothing, man.
Cash or nothing, basically, back then. It was very difficult. But now we're almost back bigger, and I would say as far as equity goes, we have grown past where we were maybe even back then.
We did a great job. And this is Vegas all around. You know, our city pushes boundaries. We invent, and then other cities copy us. And we're a young city. We've got a phenomenal future ahead of us. I think these next 10 years, you know, provided there's probably going to be some bumps along the road, but these next 10 years are probably going to be the best Vegas has ever seen in the past or in the future.
I can't wait, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we've got a really good future ahead of us.
Especially now that we have sports, and I'm guessing it's only right around the corner. You hear the murmurs, the chirping. I'm sure you've heard it. Basketball's coming. Baseball's
A's are looking. The A's
have been talking about bringing. So what does that do to the minor league then? We'll probably have to ship them somewhere else because you can't have the ball. And then what do we do with that stadium we just built for the minor league, right?
I'd put the A's there.
There we go. Put the A's in downtown Summerlin. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
So to the same topic almost, what got you into real estate? What drove you to be, you know, what drives you in general, I guess, would be the first question. Like, where do you get your chemical makeup to be great?
My parents.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So where do I get my chemical makeup? My family and community, for sure. You know, I'm fourth generation here in Las Vegas, and this was a cowboy town, man. This was a rough and rowdy town up until maybe the 80s, 90s. It's really young, and so people that came out this way, they're very transient. You know, my great grandfather who moved here was a lineman, and not like a football lineman, was a lineman laying electrical line out here, and you know, they came out when the dam was being built.
Was that when Hoover Dam was being built?
Yeah, so these are tough.
Oh yeah.
salt of the earth people that moved out here.
Literally, they got it out the mud. Like these are real hardworking guys.
Yeah,
and girls,
so that's my family, and so it was always instilled in me to be pretty independent. You know, go make your own way and do your own thing, and don't really care what other people think about you. Just be kind, be nice, take care of people, take care of your family, your community, and you're good.
Yep.
Yeah, and so that's where I come from.
Nice, man. What high school did you end up going to out here?
Bishop Gorman.
Okay, BG, represent Gorman, man. Represent.
There's a lot of hate for Bishop Gorman, so
listen. I got shout out to Adam Plant Jr. Shout out Tate Martell. I know some of the boys now that are on Las Vegas.
Man, Tate is a beast. I wish Tate is the best high school football player to ever walk the field. But
ever in life?
In my opinion, that's
4
years.
Have you ever heard of Barry Sanders?
No, best high school. Yeah,
in high school, they had high school before pros in college.
3 national championships.
No, he's a beast.
3 national championships.
Player of the year,
4 years undefeated.
That's what's perplexed me a little bit about.
How do you beat that?
Perplexed me a little bit why. And my alma mater was Ohio State.
Yeah, man.
So I know why he left, because we brought in Justin Fields.
He went too big.
Then he went to Miami and it didn't work out. Hey, Tate, I'm rooting for you, man. Seriously, I am rooting for you. I think UNLV is a great place for you to land. I think you can conquer the Mountain West. Just get the offense under your repertoire, learn the playbook, you'll be fine. Let me jump into a couple questions that I had some few people ask me. One of them being is, and I told them I'd bring this up, we have a lot of minorities or young people that are buying now, a lot of millennials that have disposable income. One of the things they wanted to know is, when buying a home, a secondary home, or just a home in general, duplex in particular, and they're generating income, how long should they wait before they look to make another purchase? Now, on the mortgage side, I can easily just say, hey, disposable, blah, blah, blah. But from your point of view, how you're seeing inventory in the city move and what's available, how do you gauge someone's appetite for a new home?
Man, this is a personal finance decision, right? This is like risk. Right. How risk averse are you, or how ready are you to play the game? Right. And I saw one article a few weeks ago where the guy did this study of interest rates throughout all of human history. He looked at Roman times when lending was done, all this stuff, and he said, where are we at with interest rates right now? And he said, we're at world history, historic low interest rates.
It has to be.
So if it's our best interest rates in 5,000 years, whatever it is, pretty darn good time to leverage money.
Yeah, definitely.
Take advantage of it. And we'll see where interest rates go from here. But I think as long as it cash flows and you can feel comfortable with taking on that challenge, go for it right now, man.
I agree.
It just keep churning and burning. Yeah. With loans, especially after you own one and you prove that you can be a good investor, you can go ahead and get your second and then count that money that's coming in.
It'll wash out that payment.
Yeah, you don't have the same debt to income ratio. So you can start rolling. So the key is start with one, roll.
So, and what he's talking about is I echo the same sentiments. Once you get a payment under your belt, and to be honest with you, even if you did your first house and you happen to rent it out and you live somewhere else, I'm not telling you to do that, but that's how the game is played sometimes. You have to show for at least 6 months you can make that payment, and then we would probably look at trying to get another home under your belt. But I would say go a year, and let's be honest with each other. Figure out your disposable income level for yourself. Don't go off of what Uncle Joe's talking about when you sit at the family table, or your friends may be doing. You don't know their situation, debt to income rise, because no one tells you all their personal business, really. Like, no one gives you every single detail of how they normally do it. So I would just say scale it back to, we all go through hard times. If there's something that happens to where you were going to be tight and you needed $400 or $500 to make things work, kind of go at that basis. Go on your worst case scenario for a payment if you're doing second, third, fourth house, because let's be honest, we're all going to hit hard times. How's that going to impact you? And you want to make sure you're doing things to last you for a long period of time, not a short term. Unless you're a short term flipper, that's a different story. That's a different show. That's HGTV. You are on my show right now. What do you know about a mortgage? So, getting back to my brother right here. On your team, how many people are currently working on your team, and how available are you for the client?
We have 3 agents in total on our team. We're a boutique team. As you may know, we started up in April.
Shout out to Willow Manor.
Yeah, there we go, right there.
Yes, sir.
So we took, I was always in the top 5 at Coldwell Banker. I was number 1 to number 5, somewhere in there for years. And my partner has always been in the top 10. He's a great agent as well. And, we were young, and we said, let's take a shot at at growing something pretty special.
Nice.
And so we just started it, and we really changed the foundation of our business to be very service oriented, and aiming towards the client. So
that actually sounds like our segment Bet on Yourself
Yeah.
that I'm going to ask you later.
yeah, I've bet on myself a few times, but
Good.
we hired staff. We're setting up an incredibly strong foundation. So we've got a director of operations, we've got TC, so transaction coordination support,
Good.
VA. We own our own marketing company.
Yeah.
So
But let's be real. Tell the people,
Yeah.
if I'm working with you, how available are you? What's your accessibility? And it's okay if someone doesn't work directly with you all day, every day.
No, right.
Having a good
Yeah.
transaction coordinator and someone to update you actually is good. But yes, you do want accessibility to the realtor you're hiring. So
Yeah, if you actually want me, I'm available 24/7. It's probably too much.
Oh, okay,
I'm available
good.
too much. I'm a workaholic. You know, my wife has had a few conversations with me about
That work-life
time spent
balance.
on the phone. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all.
you're like, okay, work-life balance. I get it.
Yeah, at dinner, you know, you're picking up too much, but
No, that's good. The next question, I guess, that kind of goes along with that same one that they had is, how long does it take for prepping and staging when you are actually trying to sell it? Now, are you more on the listing side or are you more on the buying side?
we do everything. You know,
That's
it
what I
really
wanna
depends
hear.
on the market too. But
It's one-stop shop. You come in, you can have a listing agent or a buying agent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. On the listing side, to prep a home, we can do it as fast as a 24-hour turnaround time.
Okay.
We don't recommend that. We have a plan in place where we take about a week to get your home fully prepared for marketing. We do pre-marketing stuff. We have pretty incredible package of pre-marketing stuff that
Nice.
we do to get your home ready. So we would suggest a week, but if you're like, get me out of town right now,
Right.
we could have professional photography done because we got guys on call. You know, we could turn it around.
That
real
actually
quick.
leads right into my next question for you. What is your, and these questions are coming from clients that or a poll sample that I've put out there. What is some of your reach, or what reach do you have in the community for, hey, do you got a guy that's a plumber if we need this? Hey, do you got a guy that's a photographer if we need this?
And we've built that
What's
out
your reach like in
incredibly.
the city to help people to sell their homes? Or-
If I make a call, that contractor or that handyman is going to your project first, not to someone else's.
Nice.
So if you've got a short you know, it's a backlog right now. Everyone
It
is
is.
just booked.
Yep.
But we make a call for you. You're getting the service.
So to the point of actually having accessibility, that's a great point. And he's not just talking, like, the guy sells about 60 to 70 homes a year. Your inventory, and it could be more now, but that was the latest stats that I've got
Yeah.
from the title company that I researched you on.
Yeah.
I'm doing my research, people. Okay, I know the guy's stat. He's looking like, oh shit, you knew that?
Yeah,
I know
no,
that. Yeah, I know that. That's what we do here. But no, seriously, that is a big thing for you, because not having the right connections in this market right now could delay you a long time. And right now we're running 10, 15 people trying to buy the same house. I mean, and cash is king.
Yeah.
So the less that you're coming at cash and different options, it may be a little bit harder for you. So that's great that you have that
Yeah,
connection.
there's a significant difference right now between an agent who's been in the market for a long period of time and or
Talk about
just
that.
someone.
Talk about
yeah,
that. That's a great point.
You know, someone who has the experience and who has the network is incredibly important, because, you know, if it's a tough deal to try to get accepted, so let's say there's 10 offers on the table, but I know that agent on the other side,
Right.
and the other 9 offers don't know the other agent.
Right.
I'm gonna call up the guy and I'm gonna be like, hey Gary, how you doing, man? Haven't
Yep.
talked to you in a long time. I've got a great client for you.
Yep.
And he knows me.
Right.
And so whose offer is he likely going to accept if it's the same offer?
People do business with people they know.
Yeah, and we make it easy. We make it a great transaction. It's good, you know. But we as Willow Manor, we really invest ourselves into the community. So my partner's on several boards for charity. He started Red Shoe Society here, which is Ronald McDonald House, but young professionals. You know, we're deeply
Awesome.
involved in real estate in general. So I'm on the legislative committee. I'm in Nevada leadership for real estate. I'm on Keystone Corporation's Young Professionals. So we do a lot of stuff within the community too. But one of the better things that we do is LVGEA. It's our Global Economic Alliance. It's our Southern Nevada Economic Development Authority.
Okay.
Is what it used to be. When companies are coming into Las Vegas, we're talking to them. We're pitching Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Willow Manor pitches Vegas.
You're getting right out there to be up there to set that up.
You want someone to sell Vegas? We're the guys that do it. So
Right.
companies that are thinking about moving there, massive companies here.
Wow.
We're the ones talking
So
to
your Apples, your Google, your Tesla plants or warehouses that you're actually coming in and pitching them.
We're talking about housing. We're talking about economy. We're talking about things to do with your family.
Wow.
We're the guys that sell Vegas.
Wow, that's awesome. So let me ask you, as far as research and data goes, it kind of goes right in there. I know you have a team specifically for that, but you also have your team that's dedicated to your clients as well. Mm-hmm. What is your touch point with your clients? Is it once a week? Is it once every 2 weeks? How often are you touching point with your clients?
Well, so we've got a system where our operations director is reaching out. Mm-hmm. I'm reaching out. We're all reaching out at different points of time, touching on different things. So we've got automatic updates for people. It's an incredible.
And let's
system.
be honest, that's what we really want, right? We want accountability for the person that said they're going to take on what we feel is the most important purchase in our lives. Most people will never buy anything bigger than a home. This is the largest transaction. So touch point with my team, the Gaylord Hanson team and myself, we're going to at least talk to you once a week on your purchase, at least once. You're probably going to get 2 points of contact between myself and our team. Yep. And he's touching points with you 1 or 2 times. That's what you really, really want. And you may not need it all the time. I may call you and he may call you and say, hey, there's no updates today. Yeah. Just wanted to see what's going on. Do you have any questions? Great. Talk to you later. We'll let you know when something's moving. Yeah. And those are key, critical, I think, points that most people would find comfortable in doing a transaction this large.
Well, and if you have a team. So like if we're working together, now you're getting touched 4 times, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And we're communicating, and you're like, man, these guys are on it. I've got a group of people that are all communicating together, and that's really what you want.
There's power in numbers, right?
Yeah, and then if you've got an escrow company that you like working with, and now you've got everything.
There you go. That's the triangular effect right there. Yeah. So at this point, we're gonna stop, and we're gonna go to our segment, which is called Bet on Yourself. This is the segment where basically you're going to tell me or tell us, when did you find an opportunity deep down inside of you that said, I want to go this direction, but I'm a little fearful, it's risk avert, it's just high risk, or I could stay the mundane route and work the 9 to 5 and do this, that, and the third, or whatever it may be. It may be sport related, it may be religion related. Where was your breakthrough moment? Because we know you, Zach, to be great, but we all had to get to a great place. We all had to figure out how to get there. And I like to bring those stories to life for our people and myself as well to learn more about you. Yep. When was your breakthrough moment that helped you to get to where you are today?
It was senior year of college, coming out of that and graduating. And
I'm sorry, where did you go to school at?
Santa Clara University in Northern California.
Shout out to Santa Clara University.
There we go. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
So that's where I met my wife.
Okay.
So we're college sweethearts, and I always ask her, I'm like, why the hell did you date me? And this is for this reason, is because I was in my senior year, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do with life. I was kind of lost. Sure. I was really actually down because I just didn't know. I was very worried.
Right.
And I got these great job offers from Goldman Sachs and UBS to stay up in San Francisco.
Wait a minute, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm not going to let you skate through it. He acting like he was about to be at Burger King or something.
Oh, no.
Goldman Sachs?
Well, it gets better.
Oh, life is beautiful, baby. We went in.
Yeah. So the Goldman offers me $86,000 a year coming out of college in 2011 when everyone wasn't hiring.
Oh, even better.
You're talking bottom. Everyone was done. Goldman Sachs says, let's go.
Here's the bag.
UBS makes a similar offer, and I'm like, man, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But is this what I want to do? And I said, just give me a week, 2 weeks to make a decision here.
Sure.
Give me some time. I flew back to Vegas, and I interviewed with Bob Hamrick over at Coldwell Banker, who was my mentor for a long time. Well. Yeah, great guy.
Shout out to Bob, man, seriously.
And I talked with him for a while about real estate, and then at the end of the thing, I'm like, do you got a job for me? He goes, we don't have jobs in real estate, man. But he goes, I'll create one for you. I'm like, wow.
I'll create one, wow.
And he goes, I'll pay you $24,000 a year.
To do what?
And he goes, but on top of that, you'll have a little bit of commission. I mean, that commission that he was given was, Bob, it was nothing.
Hey, Bob is successful for a reason. Bob is eating well for a reason. Yeah. No, but Bob's good people. Shout out to Bob. Coldwell Banker, all the people over there for sure.
Yeah. So what he just said, but the sky's the limit in real estate. It's all on your shoulders, and if you want to succeed, you can succeed. Or if you fail, you fail, but it's all on you.
Right.
And I said, man, I don't want to be sitting behind a desk for 80 hours a week, pumping numbers out that I don't care about. And I'm not, I just it didn't feel right in my gut.
Yeah.
There was something wrong. And so I said, you know what? I'm turning down that I'm coming back to Vegas. I'm going to make a quarter of the money.
What? And be way more stressed.
But
you're going to learn.
Yeah.
And it was something that you felt inside of you that's like, what was the directional path? Was it Bob? Was he the influence? What made you want to come back here?
Bob's a great influence. Opportunity? Again, I would say I go to my network a lot. I ask a few people before I make big decisions.
As you should. Wise counsel.
Yeah, especially women. Man, women guide you in the right direction. I got a 3-woman rule. You ask 3 women, and if they all tell you the same thing, you better follow that.
There's a queen on the chessboard there's only one piece on the chessboard that can move any direction. It's the queen.
Yeah.
For a reason, man. Yes. Go ahead. We're on the same page on that.
So I seek guidance, and my network was saying, if it's not in your soul, don't do something just for the money.
Right.
And bet on yourself.
There we go.
Bet on yourself. And so I said, if the sky's the limit and I can do this and it's all on my shoulders, it's all on my shoulders.
What was the job that he gave you? You never
investment specialist.
Okay.
So this was when Colony Capital and Blackstone and Haven and all those huge guys were coming in. They were just buying thousands of homes. It was nuts.
God.
So I was underwriting.
Those hedge fund groups were buying literally 1,000 homes at a time. They had blank checks.
They were trying to buy zip codes, man. It was crazy.
They were buying a ridiculous amount of homes.
So, I was underwriting 50 properties a day, putting out 20 offers a day.
Wow.
On homes. And that's what I did. So I got really good at valuing real estate quick. I could value a property immediately.
Yeah.
Within a couple of minutes, I can give you a pretty good estimate on things.
Wow.
And so I learned a phenomenal skill. And then I became eventually the corporate relocation specialist over at Coldwell Banker, and I became probably their top listing agent they've ever had. And in terms of corporate relocation, I was probably one of the top in the entire country. I was really good at listings, and I became excellent. And so Coldwell Banker definitely helped develop me into the person that I am today. But now, I'm successful enough to where I can.
Man. That's a great story.
Stand on my own.
Yeah, and that's what we want to hear. We want to celebrate those who took a chance on themselves, and it's always interesting to hear.
Well, we did the same thing just now. We started Willow Manor.
I was going to just pivot to that when you said that. Yeah, I was going to say, but what led you to now start your own business?
Yeah, so I spend my career at Coldwell Banker. I stay there. And then
let's not skip past all the number ones and all the top of the everything. But then what made you say, what, it's time for me to do it for me and my partner? I need ownership is basically what we get into.
After 4 or 5 years, so in 2016, I got top 30 under 30 in the world for Coldwell Banker.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's what's up.
And I think
Scotsman God, the whole thing, huh?
Yeah. I think I'm one of only 2 people, or maybe 3 people, to get 30 under 30 for Coldwell twice.
Wow.
So it's really good achievement.
Wow.
But when you're going through it, and now 2017, 2018, 2019 come, you start going, man, can I do this on my own, or do I need the people that I grew up with to still support me? And do I need Bob to be my crutch, right? Do I have to turn to him all the time? And or am I capable of having those answers available on my own? Can I stand on my own? And so that's the big question again. And my partner and I are going through the same thing. And so we say, we can do this, especially with each other.
Yeah.
We now have each other. We're both doing great. Let's form a little team. Let's try this thing.
Yeah.
And it's been excellent. We both had our best years ever.
I really honestly believe when we stop challenging ourselves, it's almost like the old expression, when you stop growing, you die.
Yeah.
When you stop having challenges to complete, especially as an alpha male or a driven male or a driven woman or just a person who's driven in general, to be where we are, I think we die a little bit inside. You get stagnant, you get complacent, life doesn't seem as enjoyable anymore.
I get sad. So if
I get depressed.
Yeah, if I stop going, I get sad, because then I'm like, it's a duty to me almost. I'm like, man, I'm wasting talent, and I still feel that even when you're going full force. It's something. It's a sickness in some people where you're just like, I got so much more to do.
Right.
But yeah, you always got to keep going, or at least I do, because it's how I find my connection and fulfillment and everything.
Well, we all know ultra competitors, and we know I'm not that. I'm not like Jordan, where I want to bet you in every single thing we do, spelling and drinking water the fastest. Like, it's not that crazy with me. But to your point, and I'm sure a lot of people out there understand the same thing. when it's almost like when you see old people die because they lost that hobby. Joe Paterno, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
He didn't get to coach Notre Dame in like a week. He died.
Yeah.
Or Penn State, excuse me. It's we have to have something to fulfill, and I think that's just human nature. And then the more driven you are, the more competitive you are. You need those challenges. Shout out to you. Let's give him this round of applause. Willow Manor in the building, and they're being successful. And you're only going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And here at the Gaylord Hanson team, we hope to help provide even more growth on this end for you as well.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get back to a couple more questions from the people. How long do I have to review documents with your team before I sign? Is there a pressure period with signing with your group? Is it Suge Knight and Death Row, like sign now or get hung out the building? Or do you give people a little bit of time to figure you out and go with your team?
You know, I don't believe in
before
pressure.
You show them the homes and go do all the good stuff.
I don't believe in pressure tactics. If you don't want to work with me, don't work with me.
Right, exactly. Right.
You know, and I don't want to tie you into something that you're not enjoying.
That you don't want to be a part of.
Yeah. So if you're not enjoying the relationship, let's cancel. Let's be done.
Exactly.
It's not. I don't need to hold you into anything. It's not going to make either of us happy.
Okay. What do you think the biggest challenge that most buyers will face in the market right now? Obviously, inventory, and I'm all sets the platform. For Las Vegas, the inventory is very sketchy right now. It's limited, and builders are even behind production for several reasons. It could be cost of goods, supplies have gone up, cost of supplies have gone up, wood, metal, so on and so forth. Labor force, we're all kind of using the same labor force, and land. They only make. Land is not being remade. We only got what we got. So it's a limited number of certain things that are kind of driving that force. Where do you see the market right now? What are the biggest challenges that most buyers are facing?
Biggest challenges most buyers are facing is a lack of proper guidance.
Okay.
It is not the inventory. It is not any of those.
What are you seeing? What makes you say that?
10 offers. Who's getting it accepted? I write one offer for a buyer, maybe two.
Right.
I'm not writing 10 offers.
Right.
I haven't this entire time. So there's a certain way to approach things.
Is it more or less maybe they're not being guided correctly? They're not being told realistic expectations on properties?
There's a lot of people who are not honest because they want the deal.
Okay. So they're saying whatever they can do to work with the client.
Or maybe they don't know what to say. Maybe they haven't experienced it. There's a whole range of potential issues. But I think lack of proper guidance is a huge concern for buyers right now and for sellers. Sure.
Now, with that being said, when writing an offer as a buyer, how do you approach that? Do you tell them, hey, let's be realistic. I've contacted this person. You're up against this. This is what we're thinking. This should be competitive. Or, how do you kind of go into that process with your buyer?
So in an ultra low inventory market like we've been in for the last few months, changing a little bit, coming up, but I would generally advise that you wait until it's the home that you cannot pass up. So if you're seeing 20 homes come to market and 3 of them are great and might work for you, but then you see them and you're like, okay, I need a home because I need a home. Right. And so I'm going to write an offer on that home and I'm going to make it competitive. Well, you're going to be one of 10 offers.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if we can get it for you. Versus if it's the home that is yours and you love it,
you know it till
you're going to commit to that.
Yep.
Your offer is going to look beautiful because you're willing to commit. Yep. And so, some of the things that I discuss with my clients is there's a home and there's an investment, and you're somewhere on that scale. So it's either going to be all investment for you or it's going to be all home for you. It's where you're going to raise your family, you're going to be here 30 years, whatever it is, or you're trying to move out of it in 2 years to take advantage of tax, implications. Whatever it is.
Or this could be a starter home and then you're going to your dream home after.
Or it can be, I want to have some appreciation over time so that it's a good investment, but really it's also going to be a pretty nice home for me.
Yep.
You could be somewhere in that scale.
Yep.
So I have that discussion with my clients too, and I say, here's where it looks on the investment scale. Here's how it looks for you as a home. It hits all your marks. I say, is this the home for you? And if it is, go all in. And I'm going to go all in with you.
Right.
And we're going to write one offer, and that offer is going to win.
It's a strong offer. And and I'm just going to touch and piggyback on what he said. On his side, he's doing that. On my side, when you come to see me, and I always tell most of our clients that it's better to be pre-qualified first. It's better to get pre-approved first. And any realtor we work with or anybody will tell you that's, first of all, we need to know where we are. Let's not just go out here and guess. And any real realtor worth their weight in salt or how's that? What's the expression? Worth their salt,
worth their weight in salt or gold,
Yeah,
whatever.
gold. I just screwed that all up. Don't worry about that. We'll edit it out. When anybody's worth that, we'll have told you, because they're not going to chase around different homes that you can't even afford. But the first thing we got to do is, I'm going to ask you, okay, what type of home are you looking at? Is this your investment home? Is this a home that you want to live in primary for a good period of time? Most people refinance within 3 to 5 years. What are your goals? So by you giving us all that information here, then it's going here, you have a perfect team ready to go and guide you into the direction you need to go comfortably, confidently, and that's what you want.
And it makes your offer look much stronger.
Much stronger, much stronger. So we know cash is king, but in the hierarchy, is it conventional, VA, FHA? Is it VA, conventional? Whatever you're seeing after cash, because a lot of people, let's be real, can't afford $300,000-$400,000.
Conventional is great, and then it's about down payment. So if let's say conventional. How much money do they have available if there's an appraisal issue? Can we make it up? There's other things to look into that. I actually think FHA is struggling a little bit more than VA. VA has been appearing to be pretty strong recently. And obviously it's a great loan for the buyer. They're 0% down.
0% down.
Yeah, great terms typically. So
no PMI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like VA a lot. I think that's probably my hierarchy. I would say cash, conventional, VA, FHA.
And I love that for our VA veterans, because honestly, I right after cash should be VA, but it's not considered that way, and that's okay. That's fine. But lately, I've been noticing a lot more VA buyers getting into homes.
Yeah, and here's what I'll say too, and you can attest to this. If you're going FHA because you got low down payment, there's loans out there available where you can be pretty low down payment, and you're not locked into your mortgage insurance for life.
Oh, conventionally, yes.
So I would say the benefits of FHA are slim. They're there. They're there.
Only reason I would guide you FHA, or I would tell someone FHA, if you're like 580 FICO score, 590, or if you're below 580 and you have to put down 10%. If you're in challenging circumstances, FHA may be the route to go. But we're going to strongly push conventional 3% down. There's an income limit to it, but it's pretty high. So most of your new buyers aren't going to really hit that limit unless they're just beasting out at income. And in that case, we should have a higher FICO score than, we should be able to put you in a 5% or whatever. But I agree with you. With conventional, eventually we can get rid of that principal mortgage insurance. With FHA, it's there until you refinance, or it's there for life. So that's a good point.
Or you could pay off the PMI up front.
Or you can pay it off up front. That's another thing.
That a lot
but
of
most people
know.
that go FHA don't have those funds.
Yeah.
Normally when you're going to FHA, you're going to FHA for a reason. But not all cases are the same, right?
Yep.
No, that's a good point. Last but not least, let's just go ahead and jump into the ultra segment that gets everybody shook because they don't know what's coming. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, shit.
What do you know about a mortgage? LTV 1, 2, 3. All right, so I got 5 questions for you. What do you know about a mortgage?
Is this what it is?
You're getting quizzed, brother. Now, you can either, it's a yes, no, it could be a multiple choice. I'll give you whatever the answer could be.
You tell
me.
Yeah.
You tell me what you got.
Yeah.
So let's bring it up here now. Okay. Question number 1. What is the VA funding fee? Ooh, right out the gate.
I'm going with 1%.
Okay, let me ask that question back. What is a VA funding fee? Not the percent that they would have to pay. What actually is it? Do you know?
It's the fee that funds the VA. The loan.
It's the fee that funds the VA. In a way, he kind of... All right, we'll give him that one. He finessed his way in there. So your veterans, your VA funding fee, there's a reason you got 0% down. There's a reason that you're able to have some of the benefits you have. You're paying a funding fee, and it doesn't come out of your pocket. It goes on top of the loan. So if we had a $400,000 loan, the 2.135% of that would go the funding fee on top of the actual.
Give them the 50% discount. Make it 1%.
And then that would only be seen if you refinance or if you sold the property at that time. Then you would take that out. But it doesn't come out of your pocket, and you can still get in your home for 0%. So you finessed your way up.
Yeah,
There's a lot of finessing going on this show lately, man.
It's nice meeting you.
I need security. Hey, I forgot to introduce our co-host Pete. Hey, Frankie the Flamingo. Frankie, we can't let these people finesse us no more, Frankie.
Yeah.
All right, let's do something
starting
better.
off strong. Here we
Question
go.
number 2: how many finance properties will Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac allow you to have at one time? I'm gonna repeat the question.
Yeah.
How many financed properties will Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac allow you to have at one given time?
I'm going to go with 10, Bob.
Woo! Boom! My man's on the roll. You can have 10 finance properties at one time under Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. That is the limit. You can't do 11. So if you need a new home or you want to try to flip and mold, you might have to sell one off, but you're allowed 10 at one time. Let's hope we all get there. I hope we all have much success. God bless Chindon. All right. Question number 3. What is the minimum down payment on a second home? You got this under your thumb. He knows this one. This is easy. It's light work for this guy.
I'm saying 15%.
What is the minimum down payment on a second home?
15%.
Oh, he was close. It's 10. 10% is the minimum down payment.
Well, I need to talk to some lenders then.
15 might have been to get them qualified for the debt to income ratio or something, but 10% is the minimum you need to put for a second home. 20% for the investment, 25 if you want a good rate for an investment. So that's how it works. All right, question number 4. He's on a good roll, though. He only got one. He was off by 5%. Does home value prices intrinsically drive rates up and down? I'll repeat the question. Does home value prices intrinsically drive rates, mortgage interest rates, up or down? Oh, he's thinking. Santa Clara is in the building.
Do home value prices intrinsically drive rates up or down?
Does home value prices, whether they go up or down, intrinsically drive interest rates up or down? Oh, this is a good question. He stumped. I shouldn't have got him the burrito earlier for breakfast, man. It's weighing on his stomach, affecting his mind right now. He can't think right.
I'm saying down.
No. The question is yes or no.
What the hell is that
question?
question?
Yes or no. Does it?
Oh, does it?
Does home prices intrinsically, does it overtly go with interest rates, yes or no? If the home goes up in price, does that do anything with interest rates?
No.
Very good. Yes. I had a question literally by a client yesterday who said, hey, what about if the house equity goes up? Won't the rates go up? It has nothing to do with that. Interest rates are based on other models and LIBOR indexes and all kind of other stuff, treasury bills. It has nothing to do with whether your home value equates or not, up or down. So, all right, last question.
Oh, boy.
This is always personal questions, so these are this is easy. You're done with the real estate part.
Okay.
When it comes to football food, would you rather have wings from Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop?
Oh, it's Buffalo Wild Wings all day.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
All day.
Oh! I'm a Wingstop kind of guy. I don't know, the flavor at Wingstop seems a little bit better. But Buffalo Wild Wings...
The real answer is Voodoo Wings.
Voodoo Wings? Is that Vegas? I need to try them. I'm out of the loop. I'm out the loop, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so I know where we meeting up for Thursday football next week.
Yeah.
Voodoo Wings. There we go. Hey, man, plug yourself. Plug everywhere people can find you. Let's get you out there. Tell the people where they can find you at and your whole team and everybody.
Yeah, Willow Manor. So Willow Manor on Instagram, Willow Manor Group on Facebook. Zach Wakerlieb, at Zach Wakerlieb for Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real quick before we get you out of here, football season, give me a Super Bowl pick, man. Who you like for the Super Bowl?
It's Tom Brady.
It's hard to go
whatever team Tom Brady is on, it's Tom Brady. It's
Tampa Bay back-to-back, my man said. Yeah. Hey, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you again for being part of the show, man. What a wonderful show it was. Hey, you guys tune back in. You already know what time and place we're doing this. On every Thursday, we're going to release for the first season of What Do You Know About a Mortgage? It's a pleasure growing with you guys. I hope you help us grow and continue to rise up, man. We out of here. Peace.